Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, we begin our program with a news report that no other local news media is covering. But, of course, Ryan Riesenbeck, the news director from Eric Deters Media, was present. But in the courtroom this morning at 9 o'clock, there was a hearing involving a case that I'd filed against Warren Buffett for defamation, for false light, for tortious interference, with his executive secretary, I think her name is Debbie Bosnick, for interfering with my professional relationship with Kimberly Guilfoyle as it related to my going on her show and a posting that I did. I filed this lawsuit for the sole and single purpose to get Warren Buffett's attention. Legitimate claims, but I filed it to get his attention, and I did. This lawsuit resulted in Medical Protective suing me in federal court over in the state of over in Ohio, which allowed me to counterclaim as well. That's the result I wanted. I wanted to get their attention, and it worked. They played into my chess game. So as soon as they sued me, I dropped this lawsuit. Despite the lawsuit being dropped and dismissed, they filed a motion to dismiss the case under Kentucky's anti-SLAPP law, or Kentucky SLAPP's law, and also for attorney fees. And I want all of you to know that Judge Summey was very thoughtful at the hearing today. She revealed her thoughts about the facts and some of the issues that she has in the law. She was very fair to me. She was very fair to them. We'll see what kind of ruling that she makes, and we'll go from there. But the ruling before her is whether or not Warren Buffett, if I've already dismissed the case against him, whether Warren Buffett can proceed under the the SLAPP law of Kentucky, and whether or not he could get attorney fees as a result of that. I think the case law is clear that he can't do that. It might be the first time in history where somebody's asking for a motion to dismiss when I've already dismissed the case. It's kind of crazy. But I feel confident. Whatever the decision is will get appealed by whoever loses the decision. It has no impact whatsoever on what's going across the river in the war against Medical Protective and Warren Buffett's wholly owned Berkshire Hathaway company, Medical Protective, and what they've done to the Dr. Durrani victims. But right here in Kenton County, in Kenton Circuit Court, there is a legal battle between yours truly, the Bulldog, and Warren Buffett. At this hearing, a lawyer for Sidney Austin, thousands of lawyers, nationwide international law firm, a lawyer flew in from California for it, a lawyer flew in from New York for the hearing, and a lawyer drove up from Lexington for it, from Dinsmore Shoal. There were 3 lawyers on one side, me representing myself on the other. And we weren't allowed to record the hearing because that's Judge Summey's policy for Eric Deters Media. But the hearing has been recorded under the cameras for the court. I'm going to get a copy of that, and I will edit it down so the pauses aren't in there, and you will get to watch the entire hearing. I also want to report this. After the hearing, I sat down with Chris Eggleston, the lawyer from California representing Warren Buffett. And I had a candid conversation with him about Warren Buffett doing the right thing. And hopefully I'll have more to report on that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I recently had a meeting with all the Durrani victims, the ones that came to the meeting. It was a well-represented crowd just last week. And I told them, I will do anything, and I do anything, everything I can, nonstop, 24/7, 365. I will never, ever quit fighting for them to get their justice. ever. And I told him I would do anything except commit murder. I'm not going to do a Luigi. What's funny is they've accused me of that. And I've not done it. I won't do it. I've never threatened that. I don't want to spend my life in jail. But anything less than murder, I will do for these victims. I will. I'd rob a bank if I needed to. I'm not going to need to, but I would rob a bank to keep the money going for this battle. I'd do anything. So I just want all of you to know that the battle continues. This is a national news story that's never hit. The FBI is getting involved. I want to thank Kash Patel and the FBI for getting involved. Hopefully, this can end soon. Warren Buffett just wrote a long letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders that was very introspective. He talked about greed. He talked about being kind. He talked about doing the right thing. He talked about that he's not perfect, that he's made mistakes, that he wants to do better. Anybody who reads Warren Buffett's statement has to ask the question, well, Warren, it's never too late to do the right thing by the Durrani victims. He has the power to do it. He's the boss. He is the ultimate boss. And we'll see how it goes. Until then, the battle will continue. Northern Kentucky Tribune keeps sucking up. I just want to make fun of them. Northern Kentucky Tribune, led by Judy Claibs, just continues to suck up to any rich Northern Kentuckian they can to try to get a donation to their cause. It's hysterical. If you're wealthy, I want to tell you, if you're rich, contact the Northern Kentucky Tribune. They'll do a profile on you. You're probably going to have to make a donation. Don't bother contacting me. Simon Kenton, there was an unresponsive person inside Simon Kenton High School last night. We'll report more as we know it. Melissa Strange is a Democrat, is going to run for Massie's seat. There's also a Democrat who's a horse trainer. It's also going to run. The corpse man with his wife, Tyler Hern, Highland Heights, 42, 15 months. I think that's way too long. Give him a month, 15 months. Northern Lights is being shown. This is a picture, I believe, from our very own producer, Sabrina Kane. My wife and I drove out last night to try to find it. Couldn't see the lights, but Sabrina Kane captured this from Falmouth, Kentucky. Peaceful picket and protest. Next Friday, November 21st from 12 to 1 p.m. If Warren Buffett doesn't settle by then, we're going to have a peaceful protest of Dinsmore and Shoal over Medical Protective and Cincinnati Children's Hospital, and walk 1 block to the federal courthouse, where I will also say a few words about Judge Michael Barrett. So 2 places and 1. Let's get a crowd there. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.